Hello, today we're talking about how to pass in the value of a parameter by calling the Logic Apps API. So you can use this parameter with the new value that you passed in later activities or actions. So here's how it's done. So here I am in Azure Portal. I already have a Logic App instance stood up. And what I want to do is to create a new workflow. And I can create from a template. There's all these templates I can choose from. What I will need is the request and the response one. I will give it a name. And we'll create this workflow. Once you create it, you can click into it. And in the trigger, you see the API call you need to make. And what you want to do is to add a relative path. So in this path, give it a relative path, and then we will need to pass in the name of the parameter. So how do you set up a parameter is here. You can click on here and then create a parameter. Here we created rm_1 and the value is 3. So we can do the same by giving it a relative path and then do curly bracket, name of the parameter, and then the curly bracket again. And we'll need to add this relative path to the API call that we're making. And here we'll choose posts. Once that's done, you want to make sure that the value you passed in the parameter can be used for later actions. So we can actually show the value of the parameter in the response. How do you do that is in the response, you can do a body and get this to return the dynamic content. And instead of doing the parameter, what you want to do is this. So in the trigger output, I want Logic Apps to pass the relative path and the value of parameter 1. So we'll do that. And then we'll save the whole thing. So now if we copy out this URL, go to Postman. Copy this in. What I need to do is before the first question mark, after invoke, what I need to do is adding the relative path of param, and then I need to give it a value. So since we had 3 in the default value, we'll do 4 here, and then we'll change it to post, and then we'll send this. You see that it gives us a 200, which means the request is successful, and what's returned is what I passed in as 4. And then if I go back to my Azure portal, if we look at the history, refresh this, you'll see the success run. And you can see the request that's received, passed in 4, and that's what the response was. Thank you for watching Data Leaps. If you think the content is useful, please like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it.